Hey, baddies.
Hey, we're back, guys.
Welcome back.
Thank you guys for tuning in on another Cue the Commentary episode. I'm Oshs.
I'm Akela.
And on this podcast, we basically discuss people's messed up situations and we discuss Reddit Am I the A-hole scenarios, which is basically a bunch of people writing in their messed up situations and then leaving it up to us, the general public, to decide whether or not they are the a-holes in their messed up situations.
Because sometimes you just need that unbiased opinion.
Yep.
And you can't ask the people around you because maybe they are the problem or maybe you are the problem. And we're here to solve the mystery for you. And we love when you guys comment and leave your 2 cents for us to read because honestly, sometimes you guys are smarter than us.
Guys, continue rating us on Spotify. We're almost at 450, so please keep rating us on our Spotify.
It's
Cue
growing.
the commentary.
Each episode, I think we gain about like 40 likes almost.
No, it's
which
crazy.
is pretty good.
And then we also like to start the podcast by having a yap sesh, and we
Literally.
talk about various, trending topics.
Yeah.
What's going on in the culture right now. Let's start. And our personal lives too.
And our personal lives. First of all, I want to apologize because I sound so gross right now because I'm sick.
No, we have to give her props because not only is she sick, she's first day period too.
Bro. Like, I am bloated to Ross, okay? All the way to Ross Clot. And I'm like, I actually can't breathe.
And she had a fever the other day.
And I had a fever just yesterday.
Which is crazy.
And it's just that one commenter who really said, I'll give you guys a little 5-star rating if you guys are consistent for a month. I said, no, because you hurt my
she
feelings.
really said that.
I said, you know what? I can't stay home because I don't know when I'm going to get better.
Yeah.
Something's going around, so.
And also, guys, after this, we have a workout class. And she's really,
I
don't know why
know.
she signed up for so much today. Like, she's actually going to pass out.
Yeah. But I have no intention of doing anything.
It's just to actually go to the event.
Yeah,
you know?
I actually want to see the gym and everything. And
so it's that Sweat and Tonic.
Yeah,
which
it's
is like
this
a
new
very
aesthetic.
it's kind of like Aloe. You know how like Aloe has a gym? Like in New York. I don't know about in Canada yet, but in New York and stuff, it's kind of like an aesthetic, like for the cool people to work out at. I
hate that though. What if I said?
I
actually hate it.
I'm really good with my Good Life. Like I love a Good Life.
No,
too.
I'm absolutely fine with Good Life. I would go to YMCA. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm good with that.
No, like
I
condo
hate the
gym,
idea.
even like apartment amenities. Like,
no, literally,
I
don't have
I just need to sweat. I need to go.
Literally,
and get a treadmill.
I'm good with the bare minimum, and I hate everything Sweat and Tonic stands for because to
Don't
me,
say that.
it's my opinion. Because no, what it is I have an issue with like where there's like
association, kind of.
Well, like when things have like a cult following, and it's like the cult following only consists of like cool girls, but it's like TikTok cool girls. The aesthetic that comes along with it. To me, it's like if Aritzia had a gym, it would be Sweat and Tonic.
Yeah.
And I don't like that. That's just
There are other smaller gyms that offer like different things, like how Sweat and Tonic has like yoga, HIIT, spin cycle. They have Pilates too.
It's just
like there
beautiful.
are smaller. I've never actually been inside, so
yeah,
I'm
me
really
neither.
excited.
That's why. That's actually why I'm going, and because it's for
What if you go and you're like, you know what? I'm just going.
not that nice.
Let me get a membership.
Nah. But like, cause like there's like Equinox and Altea and all these other like really expensive gyms that
Equinox is another one. That one is like
really
that's probably
nice.
more expensive than Sweat and Tonic.
It's
to
like
be honest.
it's about I know Altea is almost $400 a month. Equinox is probably around the same, but it's like I get it. I like a high-end gym.
Like the memberships associated. Like, if you work out at Equinox, you are doing well in life. Like, 100%.
And I think people go there for that reason because it's like you meet people, you network with people. Like, it's like a good place to whatever. But like I just have an issue with like the cool girl. She only wears Lululemon and I reject it. That's why I don't like it.
Now it's like Aloe. Lululemon is kind of like
all that. Did you
kind of like dated,
I don't care.
It's still that girl, but like Aloe is the new like. If you were Aloe,
have you seen the prices of Aloe?
Of course I have. What do you mean?
Because
no, it's insane.
Because why are leggings $200?
Yeah.
There's this girl on TikTok who like looks at the fabrics that are used. And, like, she analyzes, like, a lot of the Aloe stuff. And she's like, this is shit. Like, this is not even good.
Really?
So, it's like, really, people are just buying for the name. Which is, like,
course.
When do people use discernment? When do you choose your own path in life? Is it just like you're just going to follow what they do?
Leggings from Aritzia, they were, like, maybe $50. But I've had them for 2 years. And the way that I wear these leggings
you wear these all
every
the time.
fucking day.
I see her in them every day.
I wash them every 2 days. Like, but they still maintain, the integrity of the quality. And Aritzia, like... It's kind of known information. I feel like a lot of the Canadian girlies are more onto Aritzia than like American stuff.
I mean, yeah, it started here.
Yeah. Aritzia was known for having like high prices but good quality.
Yeah.
And like over time their quality kind of like
went down.
Went down.
Lululemon used to be better quality too. I remember like
I remember
back
that
in the
too.
day.
So if you're telling me aloe is that expensive, way more expensive than Aritzia.
Yeah, it's like a lot.
And not that good quality, like what the fuck is even the point?
It's really just you want the name.
You know, aloe even has their own sneakers. It's very ghetto over there.
Really?
It's actually so ugly, yeah.
Oh, they're ugly?
Hideous. What do you mean?
Really?
They're like, you know how like when, I don't know, someone tries a thing with a shoe brand and it just looks very like...
And it didn't hit?
It did not hit.
Yeah.
But the girls will eat it up still.
But that's the thing, and that's what I feel about Sweat and Tonic. I get it. It's beautiful, but it's like, I don't like to eat what everyone else is eating. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I have to say no because you have to make your own decisions. Like, don't try to control me is like how I feel about those kind of cult following
things. You cannot trick me.
You cannot trick me. You cannot trick me. I don't like it, but girls are getting tricked every day.
Speaking of like overconsumption, you sent me a little TikTok of like
the,
I think 20-step nighttime skincare routine.
This one.
Yeah.
So this girl who says like this is her weekly.
No, it's kind of
weekly routine.
Because I feel like, am I not doing enough? Like,
should but that's how they're trying to infiltrate you.
I know, but like a lot of girls actually, you know, they do this.
And also girls don't. And they look amazing. They look fine. Like, you know what I mean?
I'm more on the bandwagon of like just stick with what works for you. Like even for me, a more simple skincare routine works better for me. You know, just a simple hyaluronic acid, vitamin C, moisturizer.
Yeah.
That's really it. That's all you need.
Like I don't know how
a monthly detox, like a mask, you know?
Yeah, that's fine. Like a little mask. Even what happened to homemade masks? Homemade masks used to be the best thing ever.
Little turmeric mask.
Yeah, little turmeric mask. That one mask that has like that powder, that green powder. I forgot the Aztec. The Aztec clay with the apple cider vinegar and some water. You mix that up. But like the overconsumption on TikTok and on the internet, it's like how like it's a cycle. They want us. They are trying to like how can we keep up with that? If you're not an influencer, a lot of these girls get this stuff for free, okay?
Yeah.
But like for regular
that's honestly
people,
the only reason I use it.
100%, that's the only reason. Shoshana is the cheapest girl I know. She's the cheapest girl I know.
Not only cheapest, but like bare minimum.
Yeah, and bare minimum.
Care, like self-care.
She doesn't care.
No.
Like ever since I've known you, I've never seen you care.
I don't.
And if there's something that costs too much money, like no, I don't. I
actually don't need it. You can't convince me.
The only reason a lot of these girls are using it is because they get it for free. Yeah. So like these like insane, like oh, this is my weekly routine. I have to make sure my cuticles are good. I have to make sure my eyelashes are growing. They will grow and they'll be fine on their own if you just leave it alone. Like you don't have to do all these things. It's crazy how they think it's normal.
Y'all don't have school or work or like, aren't you burnt out from life? That's
Who
crazy.
has time for this?
No, I literally do not have kids. No, if you have kids, there's no way you're gonna squeeze that in. That's like a whole like hour, 2 hours.
How does that make you feel when you see women like oh look, I'm taking care of myself. This is self-care. And then like there's like an undertone of you should be doing this too. And it's like, but I can't. I don't have time because I have to work and I have to cook and I have to clean and I have to take care of my kids or I have to study and I have to do this. It's like it's just like so unrealistic.
Yeah, the only thing that I can kind of excuse it is if you have actual skin issues. You know, like if you don't have like the best skin, but even that, I still think that's expensive.
Yeah,
you don't need to go that far, but like I get it if you do have to spend like a little bit more money on products or like higher end products and spend a little bit more time to really cater to your skin because some people can't just slap on a moisturizer like me and just like head out the door. You know what I mean?
No, that's different. Yeah. And even then, because I had bad acne, even then, doctors tell you don't do a lot. Yeah, they actually tell you go get Dove bar soap. Literally, they tell you go get Dove bar soap and use CeraVe and that's it. Don't overwhelm your skin. Yeah, like you don't need to do all that stuff. So even if you do have bad skin, less is still more. Like unless and then if not, they'll give you like something prescription. Like they'll prescribe you like some kind of vitamin or some kind of retinol or something to help you with your skin. But they're not gonna. They're not going to tell you, go get a 20-step skin routine.
Absolutely
They're literally not going to tell you that. And then if that doesn't work, they'll put you on Accutane. Like, that's the only way.
For the girls who do have sensitive skin or actual skin issues, because of the overconsumption on TikTok, a lot of the girls who do have these skin issues might be like, oh, that might work for me.
Yeah.
And then they go spend their money. Luckily, Sephora has a thing where you can, like, return if it doesn't work for you. But, like... That's, you know, like, it's coming from a place of insecurity where a lot of girls will be like, oh, maybe this will work for me. Maybe this is going to give me glass skin, you know?
Yeah, like it's just, and it's like...
actually quite miskin.
It is miskin.
Because then you have a favorite influencer and then they're sponsored by this brand and you're actually going to be like, if it worked for her, it's going to work for me.
Well, I mean, it doesn't mean, like, I'm sure there are people with integrity and they won't promote something if it doesn't work. But it's not to say, like, it won't work, but you don't need it. Yeah. Because it's like, we're already complaining about this economy, right? By the way, you know...
That's another thing.
That's another thing. You know, I got a letter slipped under my door the other day, 2 days ago. Your rent increased.
Oh, it's a yearly thing, sister.
You know what's crazy? I knew this, but I wasn't prepared for this.
A yearly. No, I wasn't prepared for my first notice too. Because I said, oh wow, and it's by like maybe like okay. Luckily, we live in older buildings.
Yeah.
But can you imagine a $400 increase or
like fuck you
$200 for literally anything more than $50? I'll
mine was $48.
No, because you really spent that on Uber. Like shut the fuck up. Like you know,
it was a $48 increase. No, but the high that I had,
I get mad. Because so on top of like the $2,000 plus, $48 on top of that. Because every single year too. No, don't actually piss me off.
Because my thing is like. I was riding a high when I got my apartment because like nobody's paying as low as I am. I'm like, my rent is so cheap. Like I got a deal and I felt so good. Now I'm paying what everyone else is fucking paying. And for what? I don't have no amenities.
It's gonna go up too, but like honestly, it's better than property tax and like all the other bullshit. No.
Homeownership is different.
Yeah, if you were to buy a house, that shit would probably actually I'd be homeless after that.
So like, next year I'm gonna be paying like a crazy. That's $100 more, maybe more if inflation goes higher. Because it's on the inflation rate, right?
Because today's October 1st and rent was due today. Let's not talk about
that. And rent was due today because I just paid my fucking rent.
On October 1st, like on the 1st of any month, you just wake up
a little pissed.
Mad. A little bit pissed.
A little pissed.
Because why did my balance go down that much? Like it's not cute at all. But
and then you go on TikTok. And then you go on TikTok.
And then tell you buy those.
And then they tell you to buy all this because if not, you're gonna be ugly. And it's like I'm trying to survive. Like, can I eat healthy? I'm trying to. My main concern is consuming whole foods, right? Like, let me consume whole foods. Let me be healthy. And then you're talking to me about.
That's so true.
My 20-step skincare. Like, actually get the fuck out my face.
Yeah.
Don't piss me off.
I'm trying not to eat, like, seed oils. Are you doing the same?
What
like,
is
soy,
oil?
like, just, like, soy, palm oil. Like,
palm oil
like
is so bad.
Even soy, too, is horrible for you. Or, like, canola oil. Anything other than olive oil, basically. Or, like, avocado oil or whatever. But
pretty much only use those two.
Yeah. But, like, even in, what you don't realize is even in the ingredients for the things. Like, I've been eating a lot of Caesar salads lately.
Yeah.
Just by, like, this very generic brand. First ingredient, soybean oil. I said, oh, that's actually horrible.
Like
it makes you inflamed. Like it's just
and sugars,
not good.
Like trying to cut down on sugars, and I always need something sweet.
I go for like I go in like the healthy section and I search the Caesar dressing.
Yeah.
And I bought it because it was like olive oil and it was only like a couple ingredients, but it tastes like shit. Like it's like the taste just does not compare.
For salad dressing.
Yeah,
I think
or just like
best.
Literally anything
Really?
without like those types of oils. I feel like that is like that fatty goodness that you need for it to be like.
What about avocado oil? It's really good.
Stuff. Just make it at home.
That's what I was gonna say.
Do.
Olive oil,
lemon,
vinegar, lemon, salt, pepper, and mustard. If you add mustard in there, a little bit of mayo, even.
I know.
Shake that shit up. It's so good.
I'm in a Caesar salad phase right now, though.
That's really good.
So
I'm in a cookie phase.
Huh?
I've been eating cookies.
Yeah. Wait. What?
I'm trying to eat healthy, but then I have a problem. I'm like, am I diabetic?
You are. If you crave those things, yes,
I might be.
Yes. Didn't you say you're pre-diabetic?
So I did a test and I'm not. Yeah, I did a test and I am on the border, but I'm not. So I think it's okay.
Wait, isn't that pre-diabetic?
No, I'm on the border of pre-diabetes. Yeah.
Yeah. Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. Very
like
funny.
I'm like 0.1 away.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that's substantial. I think
that's pretty good.
You can look at it like I'm 0.1 away, or I'm like, you know what I mean?
Okay,
like both
glass
sides.
Half,
like
half full. Half full.
So I just need to chill.
Yeah.
Yesterday I only ate chicken. So
good.
Yeah.
So like a lot of people, I was talking to Veronica Wang.
Yeah.
She wants to be on the podcast, by the way.
Does she?
One of these days.
We should invite her.
We should. So she is looking really good. She's on her health shit. Like
she lost a lot of weight.
No, she looks so good. But like she's always been fit. She was telling me how our body works, breaking down carbs, fats, whatever. And she just has a protein rich diet. That's it. Like you were saying, eating chicken.
That. Yeah. Only steak and avocado.
Yeah. Because it's like it's protein and like healthy fats, right? And like I guess that's the best way to make your body toned. Yeah. You know?
I think like what it is like keeping so simple. Like I've always said this, like I just do what the Chinese people do, which is like I wake up and I'll drink my lemon water and then I walk. You have to like walk because I think walking is really, really good for digestion and like
for digestions. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Sure. Like you'll become a regular person if you walk. And then,
especially if you work at like a desk job where you're sitting a lot.
Yeah, because if you're really deep, you never have to walk. You actually never have to go anywhere.
You never have to. And then you go in your car. Yeah. And then you go sit at home. Watch TV
and then all of a sudden walking to like the fridge is hard. Yeah. Or walking to the room is hard. Like, bro, you have to move your body. and you have to like start your day off with not like sugary things. I will say though, this week was a very like not.
Yeah, this week was not that eventful. We do have a couple topics, but Offset and Cardi B have been beefing, or the beef is kind of done now. I think she's just single now, finally. No, but we've really been saying, Cardi, you need to leave this man.
Yeah.
No, because even she broke up with him a bunch of times. And like, you know, because of cheating and stuff, and he's been exposed for cheating. The girls have came out and said that multiple times. And for her to get pregnant with a third is kind of crazy. But I get it. If you're gonna have all your kids by one man, get it over with.
Yeah, I can kind of get that too.
But
maybe she had like a part of her that accepted that like he's a famous person and like he will cheat on me a little bit. Cause you know what it is, like. Cardi, okay, they had like a public fallout and they embarrassed each other online. Like the thing that went viral was their text messaging thread where he told her like, "You're my baby mom. I won. Like it doesn't matter what you say. Like I got you. Like I got you. That's it. You've been got." Now the conversation of how men will come and try to sabotage you, no matter how famous they are or how successful and rich they are, there's still some men out there that don't have good intentions, and their intention is to just bring you down.
Yeah.
You know, and like hurt you. Because in Cardi's position, I kind of feel bad for her because like who does she date?
Honestly, I kind of think she needs to be single. She's been in a relationship her whole entire life.
She gives me that kind of girl.
Celebrity. I mean, she's a Libra. We are relationship people.
I don't know. Like she just gives me like she can't not have a man on her side, even if it's a dumb man, even if it's a man that makes her look stupid. Like she just like would prefer to be with somebody. There's girls like that though. There are people like that who like would prefer not to be alone.
I think in the long, like right now, maybe Offset kind of got the last laugh just by calling her a baby mom or I baby mommed you. But in the long run, we all know who needs who in this relationship, and it's definitely, you know,
who
Offset.
Needs who for what though?
Clout, being a celebrity, your career.
I feel like yeah, but
Offset is just. He's done. He's not in the Migos or anything. And like, I feel like that was a huge part of his image, being Cardi B's, you know, husband, man, whatever. And
yeah.
That's probably the only reason why he
too.
got the opportunities. Of course. Did you know she said that she slept with Takeoff?
Yeah, I saw that.
No, because rest in peace, but that's actually crazy.
That's
like
insane.
To just throw that in there.
But like at the same time, she's like, oh, okay, I guess all bets are off. Let me just say the worst things that I can say. It's a bigger lesson for people. Men can really be jealous of you and try to sabotage you. Like men don't want. It takes like a very confident man to have a wife that is more successful and more like known as successful. Because that's not easy for, I think, a lot of men.
It's Offset even mentioning, like, who's going to want to date you after you have three. Like, you have
That's
three
fucked up.
kids,
That's
too.
fucked up. And that I don't really believe.
I don't believe it, like, for someone of like in her position, because you can have nannies. She has family to watch over her kids. Like, you know what I mean? Like, maybe the average woman, if that would be kids. Kind of, you know, like a lot of men wouldn't want to get in that position. But I feel like Cardi B is a little bit different. Nicki Minaj went and found her a little hood man. I think Cardi B is going to do the same.
That's the thing. Okay, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, even Cardi, I don't, even just her personality, even what she likes.
Yeah.
I don't know if she likes as many, like, if she's open to as many different kinds of people the way Rihanna was open to different kinds of people.
Oh, wait. How do we not mention? She hooked up with a guy when she was pregnant with her third.
Oh, yeah.
No. That was crazy. And, like, I saw a funny TikTok of someone saying, like, a lot of people would call that disgusting and stuff. And this girl was like, if that was my mom and I was the fetus, I would be rooting my mom on. Like,
no,
yes, please do this to my ain't shit dad and stuff like that. And I'm just like, no, come on, let's have some morals. You're pregnant.
I hate
that was
too.
A funny take, but it's absolutely not okay. Like, I think she just, because she knew that he was obviously cheating on her while she was pregnant. So she's like, let me get my lick back. But it's not the same because you're going to do that with a baby inside of you? That's kind of gross.
My thing is, I don't know. I really believe in, like, exchange of energy. What I want for her is I want her to leave this, move on, and find a very respectful man, that respects her and actually cares about her children. And I don't want to see her looking a fool on the internet anymore. Like, I'm actually sick and tired of it. I want her to just be respected and respect herself. I don't want to sound judgmental. I'm not actually judging her. Like, I understand her situation is tough, and her pool of men that she needs to choose from or, like, has access to is probably harder for her. Because it's like, you know, when people are, like, all the way at the top, you need someone who's all the way at the top too, even a little higher than you maybe.
I don't think that's necessarily the truth, though.
For her, you think she can date a regular man? She can't.
I mean, I think she can find someone, just like how Nicki found someone who's not even close to her level, and even Rihanna and her man now, like,
that's true.
Rihanna,
but ASAP respects her at least. Like, if you're gonna go down,
I know, but she can find
respect.
someone who can respect her. But like, you don't need to find. I think she'll do just fine with a man who's like not doing as great as her. You're just gonna see her glow up and put more into her music and hopefully do better. She only released like one album, you know, like the Bodak Yellow. That's really it. And then she had just a lot of little hits, but like, girl, focus on your music. People love you.
Or maybe do something else. Maybe start something else.
She did. You remember that whipped cream? That was liquor.
Cool. Yeah.
I never tried it, but it did
look
look really cool.
It looked good.
Yeah.
I just don't want her, like, the next relationship, I don't want her to settle for somebody like that just for not being alone.
Yeah.
And I just feel like that's something that a lot of women can relate to, where we get to a certain point of our lives, a certain age in our lives, where we're like, we have to settle, or like you feel like this like fire under your butt to like hurry up and find a partner,
pick someone to settle down.
But you know what? Actually, what I see a lot on YouTube, and maybe it's like my algorithm, but I see a lot of people who are like in their early 30s, mid 30s, who are like, I haven't been in a relationship for like 8 years now, 6 years now, have not been on a date for so long. And I'm kind of like getting used to the idea that I might not have a relationship. Like, maybe my future doesn't look like that.
Yeah.
And I see like some women are like okay with it. Some women obviously will struggle with it because it's just not what they want. But things are changing, and maybe my future doesn't look like how I thought it would. How do you come to terms with that? How else do you fill your life and feel fulfilled?
I think it would be harder for me to try to convince myself of that if that was my situation, if I didn't already have kids. You know what I mean?
That's the thing, because like she's has the kids.
Yeah, so she's already had it.
She's had the
so
kids.
So now she's like, I'm good.
Yeah. I think a lot of it is like you want children, and a man.
It's literally biological. That's the only reason why. That's the only reason why I actually like to have, a family and stuff.
Literally. And like, but then again, it's like, then you have to evaluate. Do I just want to have children? Am I okay with raising them on my own?
That's another thing too.
Yeah.
About like, we can even talk about like the whole 50-50 thing, because like, you know how being a mother is never 50-50, or like parenthood is never 50-50.
It's not 50-50. And so like, are you going to go into that knowing and then you're going to do it alone?
You really have to like adjust your mindset. This is not going to be a fair play of like, the mom is going to do, as a woman, we are always going to do more for the family and for the kids, especially in their earlier years.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think like as soon as you get pregnant, you really have to make the decision of like, am I good to take care of this kid on my own?
Yeah.
Like financially, mentally, like, do you have enough support around you? If he wanted to just up and leave, because he really can just up and leave, like,
I don't know.
These are the things that you have to like,
and that's why I think people are delaying and not having kids, because one, you can't find good partners, and two, it's like, I don't know, that it just like contributes.
I heard that like Canada's birth rate is at the lowest it's ever been.
Yeah.
Because we all know why the main thing is, but
one, it's the economy, because shit is so expensive.
It's very expensive.
And then two, it's like anyone anyone that is dating is going to tell you the same thing.
Yeah.
That dating today is extremely difficult. You can't find
at
people.
At our age, too.
At our age, it's...
Like, because it's way more serious now. I mean, like, when we found our man, or when we started getting in a relationship, versus... Because before, we were just kids. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's different if you find them while you're young, versus, like, now when you expect so much more from your partner, and you're not willing to, like... You're not willing to settle, or argue about certain shit or whatever.
Think people kind of call things quits really fast too. Yeah. Because it's like, I don't have anything, like I don't have any, like I'm not involved with you. I don't want to do the work to teach you shit. Mm-hmm. I think that's a big thing. Like I had a conversation with some friends and they were like, I don't want to teach you anything. Like I shouldn't have to teach you about empathy. I shouldn't have to teach, especially, and then it's like if you date interracially, like you have to, if you're a black woman and you date someone who's not black, there's so much you have to teach them about like your reality and your world, like, you know, like, and they have to be privy to it if they're going to be your partner. And then eventually, if you guys plan to have kids together, they have to know these things. And it's like, maybe you don't have the energy to teach them these things. It's like, I feel like this is a very scatterbrained conversation right now, but I'm like,
I think these are all like, but it's all under the realm of dating.
Yeah.
Like, in today's age.
And
like,
it's contributing to this huge like wave of loneliness that people have. Like not only just in relationships, but like even just friendships. Like people are like, I don't really have friends. I don't really have connection. I don't really have like, you know what I mean? Like a group or like, when you think about it, somebody was like, when I really deep it, when it's time for my wedding, I'm gonna have like 2 bridesmaids.
I don't like to think that far ahead.
No, but like, is it not the truth?
So true.
It is. So I'm gonna have 2 bridesmaids.
Yeah.
Literally, I'm gonna have maybe 3.
Yeah.
Literally, I'm not gonna have
even the guests too. Like
who? Should I just go to the fucking town hall?
No, literally.
Because
I think that's the reality. Or like just have a really small
like 15
wedding.
people?
Yeah, like literally. If I can even get 15 people, but
like, bro, it's just like, it's weird. Like,
and it kind of makes me think of like people who have big weddings. Are you just doing it for the show?
I think a lot of them are. It's cultural.
Literally, yeah.
So it's like
a lot of it
their
is
family
culture.
wants it. And then,
but yeah, because I've been to some weddings where like I really don't know these people. I don't even know the bride's last name. Honestly, I'm just here for the food and like the vibes, you know?
Yeah, and then some people.
But I feel like I'm not that type of person. Like I'm not just gonna go out of my way to invite someone just to have a large group of people there. You know what I mean? For like pictures and shit like that. Like what am I trying to prove?
Yeah,
like,
I'm okay
if you're not
with
in my
small
life.
wedding.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
like I'm not gonna go all out just to prove something to people.
And that's why we see so many of those new companies coming up where it's like a girls meetup or run clubs, or it's like, because we need like we need community.
Let's talk about daddy issues. Because I feel like she has a little bit of that too.
Or mommy issues.
Or mommy issues.
Nobody talks about the
familial
mommy
issues, you know, that all of us actually grow up with. And how, well, we all know how you're raised really affects who you are as an adult.
Like it affects like how you value yourself, and then how you value yourself affects how you love other people.
So true.
And how you are in relationships.
It's all projection.
Have you met somebody with a secure attachment style? Have you?
No.
No. She really looked and said, no, not one.
I literally don't.
Lucas, my partner, is literally the only person I know with a secure attachment style. Every other person I know is either avoidant, anxious.
What's the other one?
Anxious, or the combination of both.
Okay,
Literally.
so it's either or. It's anxious or avoidance,
or like
or anxious avoidant, or something like that.
There's a word for both of them.
Yeah.
I forgot what it's called. Or secure, right? And I'm like,
how do you get to secure? That's what I want to know.
I don't know.
Like,
therapy?
what happened what happened in your childhood where you are secure? You know, because
so
I know avoidant
weird.
is like you did a lot of the self-soothing or a lot of the raising of yourself. Which is, you know, kind of true for a lot of avoidant people. Or like you kind of like you learn how to deal with your own issues, or like you internalize a lot of your feelings.
Yeah.
And you kind of knew how to like regulate your own emotions. You don't really need other people to do it for you, and then you just grow up being an avoidant person, you know. And it really reflects on like all your relationships and even your like romantic relationships. It's kind of crazy.
Definitely,
but
it's everything.
Yeah,
like,
it's
how you
everything.
are. Your attachment style is everything.
Yeah,
right. Like it's how.
What are you?
I'm definitely, but I'm not anymore. Like I've definitely worked on it, but I was definitely an anxious attached person, which
Really?
is like because and I think anxious attachment comes from you having to soothe everyone else, or like you being hyper aware of how everyone else is feeling, and then not being ever like if nothing is ever addressed.
Oh, okay.
So then you grow up to be someone
like you're like wondering too much, or like
I don't
need answers.
Yeah, maybe I should read like a definition. Oh God, I hate like the definitions of it because it's kind of
extreme.
embarrassing.
It's very extreme. I'm reading Avoidant right now. What do you mean? Tend to avoid close relationships or bonds. Oh wait, that's actually
kind of you.
I don't like that. That's actually me. Okay.
I hate this though. Don't call me low self-esteem. Ew. Like what the fuck? It says low self-esteem, strong fear of rejection or abandonment, and clinginess in relationships are common signs of this attachment style. Although it does require effort, individuals with such attachment issues can develop secure attachment style over time. So I
guess with the right person,
it's literally like having a fear of abandonment, which I have. So sorry about it.
But I feel like that's kind of where an avoidant attachment style comes from.
Maybe
too.
you internalized it differently.
So it's like
where it's
like a quick reaction where like, okay, fuck it, I'll do it myself, or like I got myself type of
okay, well, don't make it like you got it and I don't got it though, because
it's the way we like, I don't know, I guess it's the way we address the issue, like how we react to
yeah, I think because, and I can only talk about myself, but I grew up with emotionally needy people. Mm-hmm. And I feel like you grew up with people who didn't show emotion.
Needy is not even like in my family at all. Like nothing is needy about my family. I'm not trying to out people in my life. I love them all dearly, okay? Mm-hmm. But I'm just saying, like, the way I grew up, there was a neediness, and I had to, you know what I mean? I'm trying to say a lot without saying too much, because I'm not trying to out nobody in my life. But I see where like there's like a fear of rejection if you don't soothe people's problems. There's that. That's how I grew up. So like growing up with that, you end up with this anxious attachment style. And I think if you are anxiously attached, you need a secure partner, because having an avoidant partner, if you're an anxiously attached person, will that'll actually drive you crazy.
That will drive you crazy. Yeah. That will 100% drive you crazy, because it's like you need constant reassurance, and an avoidant person is actually gonna slam the door in your face and say, actually fuck off. It's like it's not a good combination. So how you're raised is so crazy.
It's actually so crazy, because you are really you after the first 5 years of your life.
No, it's
you
like
develop who you are. But I didn't even get a chance. Like,
no, bro, like, can
y'all go back and fix this shit? Like, what do you mean?
And it's crazy, like, these developmental years, it's like, you think like when you're like 20, you're gonna figure it. No, bro, it's actually you for the rest of your life. It's forever crazy. And ever. How about that? Yeah. Now we know we have the tools to fix it, because, you know, like with therapy and stuff. Yeah. First of all, I fucking hated my therapist. She was so stupid. I did not like her, because
such a big. I hear people having beef with their therapist all the time.
Yeah, and like, I low-key gave up on therapy and started doing like self-therapy.
Yeah, because like, what happens when your therapist needs therapy, or you're doesn't know how to address your when you're
because. My problem is
how do you know me better than you don't know me better than I know myself?
No, and I've already intellectualized all of my feelings.
Yeah, like I already read about everything. Thank you.
I already read this.
Help me fix this.
Yeah, and I don't have time or money to catch you up on what I know, because you're charging me $200 an hour. No, so how?
Crazy.
How?
Yeah.
I need 12 episodes of this for you to catch up to me.
Can I please write you an essay? Like,
why don't you do some homework?
Essay. Do some homework.
Yeah, and then come prepared for episode 1 for the first session.
That's how it should work.
Because I don't have $2,000 to give you for you to catch up with me all the way.
That's literally how it should be.
There was a TikTok, of this girl explaining how she understands why her partner is so secure and so confident in herself.
That was hilarious, actually.
Because she was in the car and he was like just putting on a song, and then she's like, "You are the most cool person I know," and she's saying this genuinely.
Yeah,
like, what
and
an incredible taste you have.
Life.
Like
my son is so cool, because she liked his song that he put on.
Like, what an incredible choice of music you have. You have the best choices. Like, imagine hearing that your whole life, and he's just like, yeah, it's just like a song I like. Like, he's just like totally, it's normal for him. Yeah. And then she's like, what are you doing back there? Because they were driving in a car. Yeah. And she's like, oh, I was just reading about how some girl, committed suicide or something.
No, I think it was found out her husband was a pedophile.
Like one of those crazy stories where they find their husband doing something insane. Mm-hmm. And she's like, and that's why I love you, because you're always investigating. No. You're always trying to learn.
I need someone that reassuring in my ear all the time.
No, because have you ever had that experience? Like that.
No, actually my mom would be like, this is too much swearing. Why do you listen to stupid music? Like, literally that would be her reaction.
No, because I've had this experience so much, like growing up and going to people's houses of different backgrounds. Yeah. Where the parents are like
100%.
And I'm like, hold on. Wait a minute.
Wait, is this normal or is my household normal?
No, I said, wait, why?
Which one is it?
I've literally had thoughts of like, why are your parents nice? What is going on? Yeah. Like, why are they being nice to you?
You know, really. Really?
You need to get hit.
I don't even get like, because me, I don't really have a nurturing mother like that. Like, okay, when I was sick and stuff, but like not on a day-to-day basis, you know? Yeah. So I would go to people's house and their mom would be so nurturing. And I'm like,
that was mind-boggling.
No, I was so confused. I'm like, is she acting right now? Like, no, because it was so
why is she trying to
I'd be like, why is she trying to bring us snacks and stuff? That's weird.
No, like you actually, can you talk about it?
Like, I don't want to speak on like a specific situation, but like let's just
say
say
a cousin. You had a cousin.
Yeah, I did have a cousin, and his mom was but like his mom was like the extreme nurture. Like
it was like the complete opposite of your mom. No, that's like why it was shocking.
100%, like complete opposite. Yeah. So whenever I'd go to his house, she would always have like food cooked on the on the table. She would serve each one. She was a real like traditional mom,
and she loved it too.
And she loved her role, you know. Whereas mine is like I guess like more of a she's a modern mom. Like it's not like she has to work. She, you know, she's balancing it all. I guess she's more stressed too, right? Like
fair.
You have a full-time job as well as raising 2 kids.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just completely different. And like she would bring her sons, you know, water before bed, asking them if they need like tea, like just checking up on the kids. And I said, I've never had this experience, not once. So weird. To the point where I literally thought like maybe she's acting. Like maybe she's trying to put her best foot forward when we're here. Like having a nurturing mom like that was foreign to me, and still is, honestly.
Yeah.
Like that's not my style. Yeah. Like being too sweet and stuff. Like don't do that to me, please. Like really? I kind of get like
do you not like affection?
No.
Really?
I'm not affectionate at all. I don't like cuddling. Don't touch me. Yeah, don't touch me.
Like even in your relationship, you don't like cuddling?
I have to be in the mood. Like I don't like it. Yeah, like I don't like it a lot. No.
Really?
I'm not that type
so you're
of
not
girl.
like what's your love language?
You know how like some people have like physical touch?
Yeah.
Definitely not there for me.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Is that like on the lowest end for you?
Yeah, that's probably the last one. Gift getting for sure. I also like acts of service. Acts of service is probably number 1.
I love acts of service too.
Acts of service is number 1. And which is crazy because my mom was not like that at all.
Maybe that's why.
Yeah, I'm just like, wow, you bring me food,
like
so
people
sweet.
do it for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that, and like, you know, it could be a bunch of things. Like maybe like her mom wasn't like that, and you know, like she never seen that shit. Like it's definitely, you know, a cycle of like just being more distant towards your kids.
Do you wish that she was more nurturing?
I mean, yeah, I probably would be less avoidant. Right? Like I'd probably be more of a person. I'd probably be more of a normal human being. Yeah. But yeah, you can't change it. Yeah. It is what it is. Whatever.
Even the way you're handling it, it's like, whatever. Like, don't even talk too much about it. Like, literally. Sometimes you have parents who are like very ahead of their time, but I think it comes from living in a certain area or like living in a different society. Sometimes like the way they grew up, like how our parents grew up, it was very like it wasn't modern. It was just so different.
Actually survival mode.
That's our parents were 100%.
It's actually really sad when you look at like their whole upbringing. You know, and
it's crazy.
It's very woe was me when you actually talk about how they raised you compared to how they were raised.
The way you said it just now, it's when you can parent while not being in survival mode, you will have that luxury and that space and that like ability to be nurturing and like and be like encouraging and like not
emotional and not
like,
so tense.
So tense. Like I'm sure it comes out of that versus, you know, like they're just doing the best with what they got.
Yeah,
like
no,
they can't.
For real.
But I mean, we can't.
You know that TikTok of like. Yeah, like obviously our experiences are 100% valid too. Because what do you mean? I'm living life for the first time too.
Yeah,
but that TikTok of like your parents are also living life for the first time. Like that's so true. They're
so
they're just humans.
They're just
like,
trying their best. They don't know any better. And like it's never like malintent from my parents.
For
it's
sure
just like they
I
just
think
didn't
it's
know
just
better.
I think it's a lot of the like immigrant parent struggle where like
and
you realize how disconnected your parents were raising you from like how you're gonna raise your future kids, you know,
and everything. Now
breaking the cycle is
we are breaking the cycle.
We really are.
Did you know that millennial dads have like changed, like I think the number was like 1,800 times
seen that.
More diapers, and they spend like 30 times more time.
They're more in the household now too.
Yeah, with their kids, because I think we really like grew up to realize like this was wrong.
Yeah,
like it's like you either forgive your parents or you don't, and then now you change it. Now you know what kids need to feel love and be confident and like have like autonomy and like all these things. Like we know now. We know better.
The YouTuber that I was talking about, do you know Annie Drea?
Oh, I love Annie Drea. Yeah.
So she has like a baby now.
Yeah.
She's extremely avoidant as well.
Is she?
So she's the one that said like she has a baby dad and she remarried to someone else, but she was the one who, when she got pregnant, she's like, this is really me and the baby. Like, she, before even knowing that she's going to continue with the dad or anything. Yeah. And she did the work of like all of these self-help books.
Yeah.
And even like there's like child books too, like children books of like your attachment style and how to raise them properly if you are a certain attachment style.
I would so read that.
Yeah. So there's like different ways that you can teach yourself if you're ever in the situation of like you're about to be a mom.
Yeah.
And like how to avoid how you kind of grew up, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
and how to probably not
be a better parent.
Put your insecurities and your issues on your kid.
We've been thinking about like ways to make this podcast more fun. We're like, why not play a little game with our audience? Because you at home can guess as well. But we're like, we should do like either a spelling challenge or like a riddle.
It's kind of like an ode to our old videos.
Yeah,
too.
no, we used to do this a lot. And I even know like there's a lot of podcasters who do this on their podcast, and I'm always like actually tuned in. I'm guessing with them. So
yeah,
let us know if you guys like this in our episode. So we're gonna start off with
a riddle. Yeah. Okay, so I have a riddle. Apples touch, lemons touch, oranges don't touch. You need to say something to me, and I'll let you know if they touch, and you need to figure out what touches and what doesn't touch.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is there a category like fruits?
No, anything.
Can you repeat that, please?
So apples touch.
Okay.
Lemons touch. Oranges don't touch.
Okay.
So I'll let you know what touches and what doesn't touch.
Humans touch?
Humans touch.
This is weird. Okay. Plants don't touch.
Plants touch.
Plants touch. Okay.
Okay, plants touch.
Cars don't touch.
Cars don't touch.
Cars don't touch. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, cars don't touch.
This is a trick. This is a trick.
Yeah, it's a trick, but you need to figure out what makes something touch and doesn't touch. What about these words touch, and what about the other words don't touch? I kind of gave you a hint with that, low key.
Okay, can you tell me? I lost this
one. You give up?
Yeah.
Already? No, you have to guess.
Wait, no, you can't make me sit here and guess.
I'm making you sit here and guess.
Ugh.
Try to guess.
I literally don't know what the fuck you mean. Like, what the fuck do you mean touch? Like, we touch them? Guys, can you help me out? Like, I actually don't know.
It's actually pretty hard. It took me really long. I don't even know if I got it.
So why would you tell me? Like,
well,
I'm even more confused.
I didn't want to pick, like, childish ones.
I am stumped. I literally don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
She gives up. Boo. The way the words, like, it makes your mouth touch. So, apple, your lips touch. Lemon, your lips touch. Orange, your lips don't touch. Table, they touch. You get it?
Thank you.
Yeah,
I get it now.
Yeah.
What English word retains the same pronunciation? Do you know this
No,
one?
I don't.
Even after you take away 4 of its 5 letters.
Is this like an actual word? Is it or not?
Yes, yes. What English word retains the same pronunciation even after you take away 4 of its 5 letters?
What the fuck? What
you
English
have to
word?
Sit and think about this one.
What English word has the same pronunciation
after you take away 4 of its 5 letters? The thing is, she's bad at spelling too. So this is like a double whammy.
And it's a word.
Yeah.
Is it like a word in the riddle or something?
No.
I was like an actual word I have to think of? What the fuck? I thought it was like, okay, like they're trying to trick me or something, but they're not actually trying to trick me. I'm trying to think of a word that has like 4 silent letters or something.
Yeah.
Tie.
It's not H.
Tie.
No.
Girl, what the fuck? I don't know.
Do you give up?
Okay, fine.
Okay, one more guess.
I'm just going to go with every word that rhymes with high.
It's not in that realm. It's not, it doesn't rhyme with high.
But am I like on the right track?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Ain't air bear.
The answer is Q.
Oh my god!
Yeah, because Q sounds the same, and Q like Q-U-E-U.
Q-U-E-U-E. And we're literally cue the commentary.
So now let's get into
cue the commentary.
And we're going to start off with reader write-ins. So it's people writing into CUETHECOMMENTARYPODCAST@gmail.com. Send in your messed up situations, guys. You might get featured in the next episode.
Period.
Yeah. Okay. So she'd like to stay anonymous. Am I the asshole for ghosting a friend? So I, 25, had a friend, 23, and we've been friends for 6 years.
Okay.
We met through our boyfriends at the time and bonded over our struggles with men. In brackets, they were both Jamaican. LOL.
Oh, okay.
Our friendship has grown throughout the years, and as we matured, we started to think more about our mental health and healing journeys. Fast forward to last year, my friend got pregnant with her new boyfriend of 2 years. He was physically and mentally abusive for most of their relationship, and I warned her that being pregnant would only make it worse. Nonetheless, I lended a shoulder to cry on, and I was extremely supportive of her throughout her pregnancy. Now, our friendship took a turn when she introduced me to her boyfriend's longtime friend. Things were good for a few months, but he just couldn't handle any type of conflict. It's like he was a little boy hiding in his closet from his issues. I vented to my friend, and that caused friction between us. Now, my 25th birthday was approaching, and I normally get the blues, but I decided to celebrate. I planned 2 months in advance. I told her and my other friend I want to do a dinner and a party after. My friend never really responded, but I kept planning. Now, a week before my birthday, I followed up with her to see if she could come. She said she's trying to find a babysitter. So I suggested her mom, sister, or the grandparents on the dad's side. She said she'd see. I left it there. Now it's a few days before my birthday, and I follow up again. These are my only 2 friends, and we all bonded over being friendless. LOL.
No.
When I followed up, she said I'm pressuring her to be a party friend, and that's not her life anymore. I said, respectfully, just tell me yes or no.
Yeah.
Why are you leaving me hanging? So I ended up just going to dinner with my family. Now her birthday is literally 30 days from mine. We hadn't talked much like we used to leading up to the day. Then my friend and I get an invite to her birthday party. She rented a yacht. And said we'd go to dinner and a Latin club after. We were shook. Didn't she say this is not your life anymore? So you couldn't show up for me, but I should for you. I didn't even respond to her invite, and my other friend declined. I haven't spoken to her since. Was I the asshole?
No, but it just seems like these people, like, I mean, it gives like they're not really friends.
Yeah, it gave like after she had the kid, I don't know, like maybe she just turned to her man and like she became a family person, like, you know what I mean? And maybe the friendship that you had before she had the kid, it's not gonna be the same. I don't know. Maybe her morals did change, but at the same time,
but she's having a party on a yacht.
Like it just doesn't make sense.
And then
because
does she not have friends, or does she have friends? Because these yacht parties, unless you know somebody with a boat, you need like 15 people. You know what I mean?
Some yachts are really small though. Like the one that we were on.
Yeah,
you know, like some yachts are tiny, but it's not even the yacht for me because the yacht is like on some chill shit.
Yeah.
Really, but what do you mean a Latin club after? I thought you said you're not in a party.
Yeah,
phase.
and then she offered dinner, then party. So can you come to dinner at least, or are you not going to come at all?
Yeah.
I don't know. Birthdays are like so. Like, I used to not think they're important, but I do actually think it's pretty important that the people in your life at least offer themselves up to be there for you when like it's time to celebrate you in like another year. If you're not gonna come for my birthday, I don't know. Like it's you know what I mean?
It's expecting it in the reverse too.
Yeah,
when you didn't show up for me.
Yeah, like you have to be.
That's
serious.
I think where the issue is. Yeah, like you could have made it work. You could have found a babysitter. Her only reasoning was that's like, not my life anymore.
Yeah,
that's it.
And you cannot come to the party. You can come to the dinner party.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And then also like I don't know. I feel like birthdays.
And the way she kind of like dragged it on to like not telling her as soon.
That's the thing. Just be honest.
Yeah, just be honest. Like don't make her have to
not?
chase you if like to figure out whether or not you're coming to her birthday party as her like best friend. You know what I mean? That's rude.
But that's what I'm
rude.
saying. It's not giving best friend.
Yeah,
it's giving just like kind of friend because. Even best friends, like you guys kind of plan those things together, and like I don't really think you're the asshole. I just don't think you guys are. It just gives like you guys are not that close anymore. Maybe after the kid and things change
anymore.
But she's not a great communicator either. Hi, love the podcast. Y'all are so funny. I've been watching you since y'all started. Love it.
Thank you.
Thank you. So a little background. I'm from a very religious Muslim household. I'm also very religious, but I do have friends who aren't Muslim. Over the past 3 years, I made 2 really close friends who are in a gay relationship. They recently got married, and I was basically their maid of honor, but not officially because they didn't have a bridal party. I helped them plan their wedding, going to tastings, dress and suit shopping, helped them get ready day of, and even decorated for them. So I would say I've been supportive of their marriage, and I feel like they feel the same way. I recently got engaged, but I have been nervous telling them because I don't want them to think they are invited to the wedding. They have been joking around saying that they're going to be bridesmaids and are going to help me plan my wedding too. I come from a really small East African community and they love to talk. My parents are also very big on PDA and are always making out. I think the friends are always making out and feeling on each other. I'm scared they're going to act like that during my wedding and my parents will feel ashamed and other people will talk about my parents and me. My fiance also isn't the biggest fan of inviting them. I feel horrible because they have experienced so much homophobia when they were engaged and trying to get married, but I'm also nervous about what other people will think. I was thinking of not telling them that I'm engaged and just wait until after I'm married to tell them I got married and say it was super low key.
Oh shit, no.
Am I the asshole for not wanting to invite them?
Eek. Is there an update or is that it?
That's it.
Yeah, kinda. Did she say like how long they've been friends or something like that in the beginning or?
No. Oh no, yeah. She said over the past 3 years I made 2 really close friends who are in a gay relationship. And she was very involved in their wedding. But I think you're the asshole. I mean, in general, you are the asshole. Yeah. Because to be honest, it sounds like once you get married, because she said that her fiance is also not supportive, not a fan, and then her family is not supportive. So it sounds like once you transition into this marriage, your friendship with these people is probably not going to last.
I don't know. I don't know.
It doesn't seem like it because I feel like if the husband doesn't support and then the family doesn't support, and once you get married in certain cultures, especially if she's in a very tight-knit community where her family is very involved in her day-to-day, I don't see how the friendship will flourish. Would she be able to tell them about the kind of people who will be there and then give them the option to come or not come?
Yeah.
She can be like really honest and be like, listen, like my family is, she can even all say they are homophobic.
Yeah, that's
like
it.
They don't like gay people.
Like, I don't know how to tell someone like tone it down. Like,
but that's the thing. Offensive. And then it's like, but if you don't want to come, don't come. Yeah, because I don't want to tell you to tone it down. I would give them that option,
honestly. Exactly. I'd be like, my family is very traditional, and like unfortunately this is the way they still think. Like I wish it was different, but it's not. But then it's also they show a lot of PDA. That's what she said. Yeah, so she has to tell them. Yeah, you can't be doing that at my wedding.
At all. You cannot do that. No. You cannot. She's pretty much going to have to warn them and be like, you cannot be yourself. Yeah. You have to almost pretend to not be gay. Yeah. And I would love if you pretend to not be together even. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like that's the kind of warning she needs to do. But in like, if she's going to be completely transparent, I feel like that's still better than her
lying about, especially about those are wedding. Your friends and they helped you, or like she helped
like they included them you in their wedding and like really respected you and included you despite also you being different. Yeah, you know, it's because you know why I'm saying that their friendship I don't think will flourish, because it's not just her parents. If it's your parents are not involved in your day-to-day if you're married. So it's the husband.
But did he say it's like them coming to the wedding that he doesn't want, or is it like in general? My fiance also isn't the biggest fan of inviting them. Yeah. See? But I think it's a PDA thing I think it's like at them the wedding
being like, yeah,
that he doesn't want like attention to come from it, you know? I don't, for sure. Maybe like, which I understand, like I actually totally get, and also like it's your day too, like you don't want the attention to be on like a different couple, or like, you know, because people do talk, and especially if you are showing PDA and stuff.
I think it's the fact that it's PDA and they're gay. Yeah. If it was PDA with a regular couple,
even I don't PDA think it would with a regular couple though, can you guys tone it down at a wedding? You know, like it's the sexuality doesn't really matter. It's just PDA. Depends whose
wedding you're going to. Because some weddings are very open and everyone is okay with that and everyone is fine, but it's like.
I think the warning is the best option.
I think the warning is the best option, but with also heavy tones of, it's probably best if you don't come. Like,
really?
I don't know, because I feel like she's genuinely concerned about this, and I think because of that, even with the warning, I just think their friendship will not last long. I don't know. Sometimes after marriage, you have to conform. In some cultures, sometimes after marriage, you can't really, like, even I've seen people who get married and then they don't even want single friends anymore, let alone a gay friend where their family completely does not support those kind of people.
Okay, so, but she's been friends with them for 3 years now. So that's the only thing. It's not like they're a new friendship where, like, I think she's done it for 3 years where, like, the family was not, they were not aware of this, like,
that's
gay
what I'm saying.
friendship,
That's
you know
what I'm saying.
I mean?
They weren't involved.
So I'm like, why can't you continue to have this distance between them and still, because like, how often is it that your parents are chilling with you and your friends and stuff like, and you're an adult, you can't be letting them make your decisions for you and stuff, you know?
Yes, but because,
and also the fiance,
that's the thing.
I really think the fiance is, because like, she's concerned about the family and the PDA and stuff, and he's concerned about the same thing. I don't think it's more so he's concerned about them being gay. I think it's the attention at his wedding of them being gay.
If it's actually the case of
he's homophobic
he's
too,
a little homophobic too, then I don't think their friendship will really last.
I don't think so either.
That's
or
what
like
I'm
it's going to be a very like divided
and then it's like, friendship. Why do we need this friendship?
Yeah.
If I have to hide myself constantly, like from the perspective of the gay couple, why do we need this friendship? You clearly don't accept me. And it doesn't make sense for them to go backwards and go into an environment which makes them feel ashamed and all these things, you know?
Maybe they won't understand your concern, but it's better you tell them than...
And they need to understand too, though. Yeah. They have to have some understanding about it too.
Am I the asshole for telling my wife she is not worthy of what she's asking for?
What?
For her push present.
Wow.
My wife and I have been together for 5 years. She's pregnant with our first right now. A few days ago, she sent me a TikTok video of a woman over one of those extremist podcasts talking about deserving some kind of push present. At first, I didn't even know what that meant, but when I looked it up, it's basically a thank you gift to the woman who brought your child into the world. This concept is and still seems very strange to me. I understand seeking appreciation from your husband for what women go through during pregnancy and childbirth, but it's a materialistic part that gave me the ick. The woman on the TikTok went on and on about how it's a body for a body, which meant the man would have to get a permanent tattoo on his lower body, give her a house and a car as a gift exclusively to her. I thought that those expectations are very entitled. Honestly, a little vindictive. Envious, permanent tattoo part, and very over the top for my taste. The decision to bring a child in the world is both partners' decision. True. My wife, in our case, is not forced to be a mom or get pregnant, as she wants to be a parent too. I simply replied to the TikTok with laughing emojis and moved on, thinking it was the end of it, and probably thought she meant to send that TikTok as a satire. Like
as a joke.
Oh, look how dumb these women are. She was in the other room when I reacted to the video, so she comes to me and tells me that she doesn't expect a tattoo and a house exclusively for her, but she wants me to dip into my personal savings to get her a car exclusively for her. I looked at her, almost shocked, and began laughing. I thought my wife and I had similar views on how extremist people can be, and I was wrong. I thought she was joking, and I pressed her if she was actually serious. She got very annoyed that I thought she was joking and probably imitating the entitled woman on the reel, and she flatly said that she expects a real push present. I said that her gift is the gift of parenthood and the realized outcome of a healthy baby. And materially speaking, I'll probably gift her a Mother's Day card, a day out, or some jewelry. Under $700. Why is there a cap? Anyways, but nothing more. I said if she really wants an extra car, it'll be our car, not just hers. She pressed more and said how it isn't enough for what she will go through. She kept pushing and pushing and asked me if I think she's not worthy enough. I told her she is worthy as my partner and the mother of our child, but she has to be realistic and realize that none of us, individually speaking, is worthy of what she's asking for. It came out wrong, but I didn't mean to dismiss her as a person. She isn't speaking to me and is crying, arguing about it, but under no circumstances would I ever consider gifting her a car. I feel bad she is hurting right now, but I don't feel bad giving her a reality check.
I actually don't think he's the asshole because I do think like TikTok puts these like insane expectations and reality. Like they make you compare yourself to everybody else, and then you bring it into your relationship. Do you know how many fights TikToks have caused in people's, like it definitely happens. I don't think he should say I would never buy her a car. It all is relative to what you guys can afford.
Yeah.
If he can afford it, why not? But then I guess I do think that tattoo thing is weird. Like you don't need to get a tattoo on your stomach.
Yeah, she said that is unreasonable and a house is unreasonable, but
but she wants a car.
Unreasonable, yeah. But exactly. I don't think I do think he's the asshole a bit.
Why?
Because why not get her a car?
But that's what I'm saying. It's relative. Like, can they afford it? Because maybe he's like shocked. Like, is she saying like I need a car for me and my child?
See, that's the thing. I want to know how many cars they already have. Because like if it is a family car, I can see why they need that car. But like
I want a family car. Maybe they have a sedan. I need a bigger car, so I need that as my push present. Yes, but if it's like I need my own car as my gift, I kind of understand where it's like.
That's crazy. That's actually crazy.
That's what I'm saying. Like
you need a mom car.
You need a mom car.
Like, you need a SUV.
But she didn't say that. She said I need a car exclusively for myself.
Just
and
for
he
her.
said like if I can, I'll get a car for both of us to use.
Yeah, it'll be our car.
It'll be our car,
yeah.
not just yours. But she's saying I need my own car. It kind of just sounds like she's getting caught up in like the TikTok stuff.
That actually sounds crazy. Because me, I'd be grateful with a car. Thank you.
Yeah,
like, we'll share it. Fine, whatever.
Can we afford this car?
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, him going into negatives to get you a car is gonna affect you too.
I do think that she's being very
he's
unrealistic.
Not saying, he's not saying no.
Because that sentence actually changed my whole
mind.
Because I thought it was just no to the car, but no, like you can share a family car with him. Let's not be extremely selfish on this. I can totally understand.
Even
you can't be on the bus with a stroller.
No,
like,
a car I understand because it's actually a necessity to get to places and everything. But
Doctor's
it's like
appointments.
If it means that you guys are, even if you guys cannot afford another car, and it takes upgrading the car you have now and getting rid of that car to get a car to suit you guys. Yeah, that makes sense. But that means it's out of like you guys are trading in a car. It's not getting a second car just for you. You need to discuss your expectations before deciding to get pregnant with your man's child. But also you need to look at your reality because you don't need to discuss if you know your man can afford another car. That's what I mean. Like that's something you know.
It should because you still need a plan regardless. If you're planning to have. You need to plan financially, like
you need to plan
within
financially.
your budget and stuff like finding a car and stuff like that.
Yeah,
okay, like what you can afford if you need to get a second job or like whatever. Because like you're allowed to have expectations if you are carrying a child and have those expectations, but make them realistic expectations, not like crazy the tattoo, the house, and like a car that you don't need. I think that's a little insane, but I do think it's not crazy to ask for a car.
No, I don't think it's crazy to ask for a car, but it's like you don't just ask for a car. You guys plan to get a car.
Exactly.
So
you need to plan for it.
It's not a push present because it's like y'all plan for it. Yeah. It's probably some of your money going in there too. Like, it's not like he's paying for you know what I mean? It's like I'm talking about like an average couple.
That's the
who
thing.
Works. This is not like the people who's getting a car.
Talking about the TikTok. That's probably not an average couple.
In Toronto, an average couple is making $200K a year. So it's like they have money, but you still have to.
What $200K? No, I think it's like 120 or even less than that. The average income of a household.
And then if you go by age, it obviously changes. But like the average, like especially the younger people, like millennials, they make a lot of money. They make good money. A lot of them are educated. Canada's like the highest rate of educated people in the world. It's like people with degrees. Yeah. So it's like people have good jobs, but it's like life is expensive. So you can't have that expectation. You're still spending. You have to be so rich to be like, buy me a car because I deserve it. Like it's just not realistic. You know what I mean? Like it's like life is so expensive here, and obviously maybe in the States it's different. So you think he's the asshole?
I don't. After reading that sentence, no, I don't know how I skipped over it, but saying that you want the car for yourself and not a family car is where I had the issue. Because upgrading to a family car would make the most sense.
Makes a lot of sense.
But what do you want a convertible like just for you? Like get off TikTok.
That's the thing.
Get off TikTok.
It like slowly like
penetrates your brain. Yeah, it's like I want that. Like
can I have it too?
But be realistic too.
Am I the asshole for asking my coworker to not eat tuna in the break room? I am very pregnant right now, still in the first trimester, but the symptoms hit. I'm nauseous all day and I can't eat anything warm really. I've been living on cold sandwiches and fruits because that's all my body can tolerate right now. My sense of smell is also very heightened. So my coworker loves tuna. He eats everything with tuna, specifically a Spanish brand with tomato puree in it. Yeah. I used to like it before I was pregnant, even though the smell is quite ... strong. The problem is he doesn't keep the tuna refrigerated. He literally pulls it out of his work bag, and especially in the summer, he stinks everything up. Ew. Usually I do notice, but I can manage. But lately I can't stay around that smell. I have barfed way more than I wanted to admit. Yesterday, after I came back from my barfing, I asked him if he could please eat something else. My throat is hurting from barfing every day, and I just can't anymore. Dude got red in the face and left the break room. He left his tuna too. Now people are calling me an asshole. They told me I am not entitled to dictate what someone else eats. I tried to explain, but apparently HR is also involved too. So was I really the asshole?
Pregnant?
I think she's very pregnant, yeah.
Did she say first trimester though?
You know what? Maybe they don't know. Is she in the first trimester? Yeah, she's in the first trimester.
How would you know? And if she didn't tell anyone, like, you know, and like, I'm sure a guy wouldn't even know that the first trimester is when you're like the most nauseous and like all that, you know? So yeah, you are the asshole, sister. Like you can't just like what? Like have your own like
can you not
rules?
eat it
like
here?
This is like
a general place.
Yeah,
if I want to eat my tuna, I'm gonna eat my tuna.
I'm gonna eat my fucking tuna.
Where's the line? Don't bring your like that's like borderline racist too. It's like what if this is my culture?
Yeah.
I eat tuna, we eat tuna in my land. So.
I eat tuna with tomatoes. That's
yeah.
Period. Actually quite delicious.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, you are the asshole. I understand you're pregnant, but no one else knows that.
You need to tell people.
Yeah.
There's an edit. So thank you for all your judgments. It's pretty clear I am the asshole.
Yes.
I still would like to provide some info as my HR meeting already passed. I forgot to mention some things in the heat of the moment. One, there is a general consensus in our break room to not heat up fish or to eat stinky stuff. I don't know why this apparently doesn't appeal to my coworker, and he had never gotten in trouble because of that. Two, I have absolutely no problems with this coworker. Yes, I should have been much more sensitive and asked nicely. I did ask him once before if he could refrigerate his tuna so the smell wouldn't be overpowering. It was still an asshole move to do in front of my coworkers. I should have asked him again privately. And of course, my sensitivity to smell is not his problem. Yeah. I just snapped. And I did apologize to him. We only have the break room. I can't go anywhere else because this is my part-time airport job. We're not even allowed to eat on the ramp or in the plane. Even if it's empty, the break room is inside the security area because that's where I had to work today. Nowhere else to go, literally. I apologized to him and explained everything to him, and that I snapped. He said my pregnancy was not his problem. HR said that he shouldn't have eaten tuna in the break room. Doesn't matter if I'm pregnant or not. Many people did complain apparently directly with HR. Again, thanks for your judgment. I did apologize to my coworker. He still seems kind of off, but there's nothing I can do about that now.
Yeah, you're still the asshole, but like,
I
get your circumstance.
Yeah, he found out she's pregnant, and he still said it's not really my problem. It's kind of rude.
I know, but like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, I guess it's kind of.
You want him to eat outside? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you go outside. You're the one with the issue.
I think you have to go outside because it actually is not his problem.
Yeah,
you know,
I'm sure
to
hope
for human decency.
Yeah,
but like
exactly.
They don't have
owe
to.
You anything actually. Let me eat my fucking tuna in peace. To be honest, I'm hungry right now.
I love my tuna. Actually.
Yeah,
it's what I've been looking forward to all day. My tuna. So you're telling me you're pregnant is really a you issue.
Friend was not allowed to board the flight. The rest of us still went on the vacation. Now she wants us to pay her back. Am I the asshole if I don't pay her back? Me and 3 friends planned a vacation to Hawaii. We booked the flight, hotel, and car together for a discount and then split the cost 4 ways. So we each paid roughly $800. We also booked a couple things to do there, totaling around $250. That's a fairly priced vacation.
For Hawaii?
That's not bad at all.
Yeah.
The day of the flight, we all arrive at the airport and start going through TSA. One of my friends, I call her Sarah, got stopped because she had a weed pen in her bag.
Oh, God.
Sister. Have you never traveled before? She says she just forgot it was there and didn't intentionally bring it. But it doesn't really matter either way. TSA ended up calling airport PD.
Oh, God.
And Sarah was not allowed to board the flight. Weed is not legal in our state. She wasn't arrested, but she was given a ticket and court date and not allowed through security.
Damn.
Obviously, the rest of us still got on the plane because we're looking forward to our vacation. Now we're back and Sarah is mad at all of us for going and wants us to pay her back for her portion of things since she couldn't go. But I don't think we should have to. It's not our fault, and she wasn't allowed to fly, and I didn't budget for paying her half as well. She's also mad because the airport is 1 hour from home city, and we didn't even give her the key to the car, so she had to pay for an Uber home. We didn't say she couldn't have the keys. It's just that no one thought to give her the keys to Matt's car when it was all going down. One of my friends says we should just pay her to keep the piece, but I don't think we should have to. If we split her cost, it would be about $350 each. I could technically afford it, but I'm working on paying off my credit card, and that's about the same amount I put toward the credit card each month. So it would put me a month behind on my plan to pay off my last credit card. I was a little irresponsible in my early 20s. Am I the asshole if I refuse to pay her back? And even if I'm not the asshole, should I just do it anyway to keep the peace?
Can you tell me again what the $800 was for?
Flight, hotel, and car.
Okay, and then the $200 was for activities.
Yeah.
So they had already paid all these things in advance.
Yeah, they already paid it all. They split it 4 ways. So she's like, give me my piece of the money. Give my
because I didn't go.
Quarter. Yeah, I didn't go. The other friends are like, okay. But this guy doesn't want to do it.
I don't know. because it is her fault.
Yeah, it would be $350 for him to pay her back.
I'm trying to think, would I do it? Because it's like,
it's your fault.
It's your fault. Like,
what do you
why
mean?
would you not take out your weed pen?
Yeah.
Like, why would you do that? And now we have to pay you $350. I might just give it to her.
Yeah.
Because I would feel bad. Because if I was in her position, I'd be so upset too. Because if she genuinely didn't remember where it was, and then
all that happened, you got fined.
You got fined. You had to take the Uber. You don't have your key. You don't get to go on this amazing trip with your friends.
Yeah.
Like, I'd be like, fuck. Like, I'd feel bad for my friend. Like, actually, LMNOP, even all the way to L's.
Horrible. I would have cried.
I know. I 100% would have been like, what kind of, like,
and you call off work.
Yeah,
like, bro.
I'm depressed. Maybe I'll just pay her because I feel bad. Even if like I don't think I need to, I don't know. I might just give her back the money.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I wouldn't.
It's like literally your fault.
Yeah, it's literally your fault.
Yeah, why would you not check?
Yeah, that's stupid.
Yeah.
Like what? And like we already planned everything. I'm not paying you back. I'm sorry.
Like
if it was me,
you wouldn't ask.
I wouldn't even ask.
Yeah, I don't know if I would ask.
My
either.
fault. And everything was planned initially with everything. Like everything was budgeted and accounted for.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? Like
no, I hear both sides.
Yeah,
like I hear both sides.
The friends who do see a problem with it, maybe they split it. They split their portion of it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, to make it up for her, like, split it in half, what you guys owe each other.
Oh, so pay $600 something each.
Yes, because I'm not paying her.
Or just pay, if you want to pay her $350, you pay her your $350. She's just going to be missing $350.
Yeah.
Which is better than missing $1,000.
But she's going to be pissed. You know, like, I don't think that friendship is going to continue after this.
No, but at the same time, I hear you. I hear what you're saying, because it's like, it is your fault. Like, you should be checking what, and they ask you this in security, too, because they say, do you know what you packed in here?
There's even signs saying not allowed, like.
But the signs don't matter if she didn't know it was in there. But it's like, before you pack your shit.
That's irresponsible on your part.
It's irresponsible.
Like,
it's
you can't.
So irresponsible.
I don't know. Okay. Don't care.
And they don't, and maybe they don't even believe you, too. Maybe they're like, maybe you tried to bring the weed in.
Yeah.
Like,
honestly,
it's illegal. You have to be so aware of where you're traveling.
Yeah.
Because, like, what if they didn't catch you there, but what if they caught you in Hawaii?
Yeah.
Then what? You're in trouble in Hawaii now.
That would have been horrible.
You know, like, it's like your mistakes, your irresponsibility is not their problem. It's your problem.
Yeah.
And that's your consequence. Yeah. $350 is a lot of money. I don't want to give it to you. I have bills to pay, and I didn't plan to pay an extra.
Because the vacation's already an expense. Like, I already spent my money. My
expense is gone.
Monthly budget
it's out the window.
It's done. Now to ask me to pay this, sorry, you fucked up. Maybe now you'll learn your lesson.
She will definitely not
make sure your bag is empty.
Yeah,
just like you should already know that.
But that's like something I've always been scared of before traveling.
Yeah, but I always do a double check, even quadruple check.
Yeah, I always check because like. They can really
tweezers. They're getting thrown in the garbage, even though I know it's like harmless. Yeah, I don't care. I'm not getting because like caught.
Imagine you're the one they secretly check, or like they push for like the extra check, and they go through your shit and they find weed, or sometimes they bring dogs out. Am I the asshole for refusing to give up my vacation days so my coworker can go on her honeymoon? I work at a small company where vacation time is pretty limited, and we have to request it months in advance. I put in my request almost a year ago to take a 2-week vacation during the holidays. My plan was to visit family who live out of the country, something I only get to do once every few years.
Yeah.
Recently, a coworker of mine who's getting married came up to me and asked if I'd be willing to give up my vacation days so she can go to her honeymoon. She apparently didn't realize how quickly the days would fill up and waited too long to request her time off. Now the only way she can go is if someone cancels, and since I have one of the longest vacation blocks, she came to me first.
Girl.
I told her I was really sorry and I can't give up my time. This trip means a lot to me, and it's the only time I can see my family this year. Yep. She wasn't happy and told me I was being selfish for not accommodating her once-in-a-lifetime event.
Okay. Cry me a fucking river.
Now, a few other coworkers are chiming in, suggesting I could be more flexible since I don't have special circumstances like a wedding.
Huh? That's like the whole kids thing.
Yeah.
That's your life.
That's your life.
That's your life.
I feel bad, but I also planned this trip far in advance, and it's important to me. Am I the asshole for not giving up my vacation so she can go on her honeymoon?
Girl, you sound smart, responsible.
Yeah.
She's an idiot. You planned a year in advance for this trip.
And she's saying she doesn't get to see her family, like,
often.
Like, even, like,
every couple
few years.
Yeah.
This is a very important trip for her.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, like, you snooze, you lose. You should have planned if
it's
you
so important. Why didn't you
wanted
plan?
A honeymoon. Yeah, like, what the hell? I guess a lot of people are just like, I don't need to plan. I'll just ask someone to switch with me, or
that's
like, you know.
That's the craziest thing ever, though, because then you're just setting yourself up for disappointment.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, you can't expect people to have the same availability as you or want that.
The way a wedding would not give, like, the way I don't care.
I
like, the way I don't care.
I literally don't care. It's my life,
what
too.
do you mean? And it's like a wedding, like, you can't, like, assume people think weddings are special occasions.
Yeah.
Some people don't even agree with it. Some people are like, okay, like, what the fuck? Like,
you know which one's crazy? It's like, it's my kid's birthday, or like something with your kid, and you're just like, sorry.
It's really not my issue.
I don't care.
The kid one, I get a little more because
a little bit.
But the wedding one is so like, that really is not my business.
Like, I have to go see my family. I don't care.
Yeah,
I have
my
to go
circumstances.
See my family.
I
haven't seen them in a couple years. Actually, yeah, literally.
I miss my family, and I plan 2 weeks so I can spend quality time with them.
Yeah.
So no.
Yeah. Go ask someone else.
You guys can actually all come together.
The coworkers, why don't you guys give up your days? Yeah, your vacation days. Why not that?
Literally throw it back in their face.
Yeah.
No, you give it to them.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do it.
Just because she has the longest time off, like that's why she planned for this.
Yeah,
that's why.
And she did a year in advance.
So stupid.
No,
this is actually so stupid.
Because like, if it was me, like, the way I would tell them, why don't you guys, like, come and sing how selfish I am. And I will even sing with you. And then I'm going to go on that plane and I'll see you in 2 weeks.
See you in 2 weeks.
Because what?
Yeah.
Literally not my problem. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What kind of idiot plans a wedding and doesn't get her vacation time?
That's what it is.
She's an idiot.
That's what it is. And you're asking the wrong person, clearly.
Now
I'm sure someone will give you.
Maybe take your vacation.
Honestly,
next
reschedule.
Year.
Yeah. Literally, you can always reschedule your honeymoon.
Because unfortunately, you didn't plan for it.
You snooze, you lose.
Bye. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
anyways, guys, that's all for today's episode. We hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to go on Spotify and rate this podcast 5 stars. Please leave a comment, subscribe, like, and we will see you guys in our next potty.
Love ya. Bye.